All right, everybody, we are jumping into the platform theme for Batocera. We're going to take a full tour here, so let's get started. Here we have Dreamcast. This is just the first collection that I'm scrolling to. We can navigate up or down with our D-pad to go through different collections, but this is how each collection is going to populate in. So here we have Dreamcast, 146 games on the current build. Love the way that we have the console as well as the controller showing up here. We're going to jump in here, take a look at what it looks like within. So it's going to be very different than what we typically see for collections. We're going to have our description for each title on the right hand side, box art for each title on the right hand side, video preview obviously dead center. Now we'll typically have audio for everything. We can have background music. We can also have video audio too, so we could have the audio that goes along with the video preview that you see. I just have everything muted today for the sake of the video, just so I don't have to compete with that while I'm describing everything that you're seeing. And then up above the TV video preview, we have, of course, the logo for each title. So currently we're on 18-wheeler. If I go to the right or up or down with my D-pad, I'm able to advance through all the different collection options. So you can see on the screen, each one populates in with the box art, and then we get the description, everything that pops up on the right hand side. And if we linger on each collection, so let me go over, or each title rather, let me go down to Daytona, USA. If I just hover over that, it morphs right into the video preview. So love the way this is laid out. There's not many that are laid out in this exact way, so it's really cool to see. So we're going to back out of the Dreamcast collection, and we'll go into, let's take a look at Sega Model 3. So just looking at it right here, 31 games. I'm going to tell you right now, usually Sega Model 3 doesn't populate in for most themes. I love the fact that right off the bat we're seeing stuff here. We're seeing the, looks like Jurassic Park over there on the left-hand side. I believe that is in this collection if I'm not mistaken. And we're also seeing box art here, or pamphlet art, or manual art, whatever you want to call it, because these are obviously arcade games, so they would come with manuals. So I have a lot of duplicates in here for this collection, but you can see here Star Wars Trilogy Arcade. Love the way this was populating in with the video preview there. Looks very much like it did actually for the original cabinet. You can see over there on the right hand side what the original arcade cabinet looked like. Obviously it differs from what you see on screen here, but we also have that logo up at the top as we did with the original one. So seems to be looking really nice and sharp here. The Ocean Hunter, another great game in here for Sega Model 3. And then there is the Lost World Jurassic Park. That's a great light gun game. Reminds me I have to get in here and try to check that one out, because I know that the controls are a little bit funny with that game, but I think you can get it running best with a mouse. So I definitely got to get in there and check that out, just reminding myself of that right now. So let's back out. We're going to go through a couple of these collections. So we did Dreamcast. Let's go down. Now most of these are going to populate in the same way, so we'll jump in. You can see that the setup varies from collection to collection. Obviously you have a different character on the left hand side for each of these, and then we're also going to have a different cabinet or TV screen for each collection. So it's nice to see that each collection differs. It's not going to be the same thing with just different video previews and box art and all that. Each one has been set up differently, so it's cool to see stuff like that. So we're going to back out of this collection. Let's go into PlayStation. So here we have Lara Croft over there. Looks like a more advanced Lara Croft, though. I don't think it's from PlayStation 1, but cool to see nonetheless. TV screen looks very much like it did for the Dreamcast collection, but I like it. Looks good. So we'll take a look down here, some of the options. Let's see what Army Men looks like here. Air Attack 2, it's a good game. Really nice large video preview for these. Some of them are really small. This theme has them very large. So we'll back out of PlayStation. Let's go into PS2. Ratchet and Clank over there. Different screen. Obviously it's a Sony screen, which makes sense for it being a PlayStation 2 collection. Back out, see what PS3 looks like. PS3, a lot of titles don't have scrapable data, so when you see these empty cartridges here where it doesn't give you any previews or anything like that, some of them will have logos like this one, some of them won't, like this one over here. That is not because of the theme, that's because of what is currently offered for these games in terms of scrapable data. So I do want to make mention of that just so it doesn't look like the theme is getting sold short here. It has nothing to do with the theme when stuff like this doesn't populate in. So back out, here's just a custom collection for 4-player games. Now stuff like this is customized collections that I've incorporated into my build. A lot of times you won't get much in terms of the theme adding in stuff like this. It's really cool that this particular theme does have that covered here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles look really sharp here, and you can see the other character that jumps in there. This seems like maybe every 30 seconds or so there is up at the top. Really cool to see stuff like that. They really layered all this stuff in beautifully. So here we have our all games list. I'm not going to see a whole lot in there, because it's not specific to one collection. You're going to have a little bit of everything in here. So we're in 007 right now. You can see 007 across the board from all these different collections. Let's back out though and continue on. Favorites, last played, Capcom. Capcom 1. These are some custom collections here, and they're all populating in really nicely too. Again, these are customized collections that I've personally added into my build, so you usually don't get much for these. A lot of times they're blank. That's not the case here. They've certainly added in stuff. So let's take a look at, this is a broad Sega collection, so this is all different Sega titles. It's not one specific Sega specific collection. It's just from a wide range of stuff. So let me back out of that one actually. Let's go into a more specific one. Mame. I want to see what Mame looks like here, because Mame is going to be all classic arcades. So we have arcade cabinet here. Looks like Street Fighter there on the left. And then as we go through our different titles, we have all the box art that do morph into the video previews. So again, really nicely put together. Atari 2600, really nicely looking there. Let's see what 5200 looks like. We got Pac-Man for 5200, 7800. Who do we have? Okay, that's good. MSX, got a couple different things there. Like that we had the joystick there too. Xbox. So what do we have for Xbox? We have the Duke controller down there, and then just kind of an alternation of different titles. So if we always hit the wrong button, let's see what it looks like in here. So not everything for Xbox is scrapable, but what is scrapable looks really nice in here. You can see Burnout 2 looks great. Let's see, what does Doom 3 look like? Looks like it'll give us the trailer for the game, which is cool. Alright, so back out. PC Engine, nice graphics there. PC Engine CD-ROM. Super graphics. Game & Watch. Game & Watch always has some really cool stuff. Let's take a look at that. I don't really play anything in here, but it's certainly cool to see, what these early handhelds looked like. So we will back out. Nintendo Entertainment System, of course, you gotta have Mario for that. We'll jump in here, see how it looks. Looks real sharp. I like it. Let's see. Famicom, we got Zelda, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, Mario again. Let's see what that looks like. Looks good. Gotta check out NC. Oh, I went in too early. So we've got Link there. Nice controller down there, console in the background, really bright and bold colors, liking the way that looks. Let's jump in. So looks like a lot of great box art here for each of these. Very cool. Let's see how Cruisin' USA looks, one of my favorite early racing games, although I always liked the arcade version quite a bit more than the N64 port. Let's back out. Game Boy Color. GameCube. Let's check out GameCube. What's that look like? Definitely pretty cool. And we're winding down here. Let's take a look at Wii. We got Metroid there. Love this collection. This is probably my most played collection on Batocera right now. And Beats of Rage. We've got that populated in. Got some He-Man there. That's one of the best Beats of Rage games on there too. He-Man. I like the way that those look there. Since this is all customized, each title, not everyone, there's some here that aren't scrapable, of course, but I like the way that they took a screenshot and set up their own little arcade icon for each of these titles. This one up here, Infinity War, is pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. I always forget to go in. There's a gory Mario there. I've actually played that one. Not one of the best, but cool to see nonetheless. What's another good one in here? Let's see. Actually, one of my favorites is not scrapable. But X-Men's are pretty good too. So let's keep going. We got ports. Let's go into Master System, or let's see, is there one with Sonic? There we go, Mega Drive. So we got Sonic there, original box art for each of the titles, which is really cool. Previews look good, nice Sony screen. And we'll jump into Saturn for the last one. 3D Baseball, great game there. It's also on PlayStation, I believe. So that's pretty much it for this particular theme. And you can get these themes really easily, download them direct. We've got Knuckles here for 32X. Might as well jump in here, see how that looks. Really nice. So if you need new themes, just open up your main menu. And you'll find all your themes in UI settings, but if you need to add them in, you're going to go down to updates and downloads. Of course, you want to be connected to your Wi-Fi, but you'll just jump in here, you'll drop down to themes, and you're going to get this list that populates in. It gives you a little basic preview on the right-hand side, just a screenshot, and you can go ahead and download them direct right in here. And you can see the little icon all the way on the left. When you get to a check, that's one that's already been downloaded to your build. The other ones that have the download icon, those need to be downloaded if you want to check those out. So there's a lot of great ones on here. I've been going through these one by one, and I'm going to continue to go through them because, again, you don't have much of a preview on here. You just have that still screenshot. So going through like this, we're able to take full tours for those that want to, see what they look like before they download them in, because you may have some space limitations. Each one does take up space, but some of the basic ones take up very little space. Some of the more involved ones, like Artflix, they definitely take up a lot more space because each collection is fully customized. But that's going to do it for this tour today. Again, we will back out, but that's going to do it. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments on this video. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it helpful today, smash the like button on the video. And then, of course, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop for all future videos here on the Retro Gaming Guy YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching.